Matthew chapter 7 verses 13 and 14 say, "Enter ye in at the strait gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Because strait is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it." Now what does this mean? This is saying that the broad road, which is the way to hell, the way to destruction, there are going to be a lot of people that find that way. Because there's only one way to heaven, which is believing on the finished work of Jesus and not relying on your works. And that is actually the main difference between Christianity and every other religion. But that's for another discussion. So basically, everybody that doesn't believe that is going to hell, which is most people. And there are going to be a small number of people that actually go to heaven because they believe the right thing. Now, why is that? Now, these new translations, they'll tell you that reason is because the way is hard and the road is difficult. But friend, these are lies. The way to heaven is not difficult and it's not hard. The reason that few people go there is because they believe a lie. They believe delusion. They're raised up in a false religion and they're clinging to man's traditions and they don't want to believe the truth, or they've just been lied to and they don't know any better. That's why real evangelicals have to go out and have to talk to people and witness to people and tell them the truth, because lies are so pervasive and so prevalent. And so these new translations, because they come from people that hate God, they're coming from a perspective of, and they're, Satan bred. They're telling people that you have to work your way to heaven, and working your way to heaven would be hard if it were possible, but it's not. So of course it's going to be hard when you're actually trying to work your way to heaven. But because real salvation is brought only by believing on Jesus, it's easy. And so what these new translations will try to trip you up on is this word strait. They take out the word straight, which is just a synonym for narrow. So they want you to think that, you have to work your way to heaven. You have to do stuff to get to heaven. And that's difficult and that's hard, which are why these Bibles are contributing to people not being saved. So this is just another perfectly good reason why you need to stay away from these Bibles. And I looked at other translations, and some of them didn't say it was hard and difficult. They properly translated as being constricted or being narrow. But this is how they get you. There's a couple translations that all the verses aren't totally screwed up. And they think they want you to think that, it's okay because it just gives you different verbiage and different, understanding of the text with the different translations. But it's no. These other translations, they're all messed up in one way or another. So you got to stay on the King James if you want to have the full and complete perfect Word of God.